Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. You know what? I have a lot of florals that I need to get rid of. So let's just use them, use what you have, and we'll make some pretty things. And they'll be a little bit Valentine's inspired, but listen, use what you have on hand to make beautiful, fun floral crafts. Okay, so we're going to get one of these Hobby Lobby wood cutouts. I believe they're, oh my goodness, I want to say they're $3.99. I don't even remember at this point, but I'm going to get out my Artistic Studio foil adhesive. We've used this stuff before. We've made many signs, and you know what? It's just a lot of fun to use. So I'm just going to put a nice layer. I'm going a little bit faster. This clip is faster than normal. But you don't want to watch paint dry, right? So this is pretty much the only step. You're going to put this on, whatever, you want to put it on, whether it be wood, metal, plastic. It really does work on all kinds of material. So I have the link below if you want to order any of these foils, any of these supplies. I love it. Anyhow, but we're going to let this set, and it needs to dry for about 30, I want to say an hour. I ended up coming back the day after, and you're going to see that in this next clip because I have a different sweater on. Once it's all dry, you're going to take your foil and you put it over whatever section you want to add your foil to. I tend to use this little Scrub Daddy, or you can use the little Dollar Tree brush. I've seen people even use toothbrushes. But it's so cool because when you take it off, the reveal, it's so beautiful. So I just like to make sure that I get it all on there. You're going to see me peel this away and you're going to see the reveal. It's so beautiful. I love it. And this look of the gold roses kind of gave it a double look, and it was just really, really pretty. So you're just going to keep going over it until you fill in all the spots on this. Okay, this has nothing to do with crafting, but Gracie was trying to help Mama. And I just thought you guys might like to see this. She got a hold of one of my greenery picks and decided have a go at it. She's so funny. She will come into my studio, pick something up, and walk out like it's her new toy. I don't know, but I just thought you'd like it. So we're going to use this gold ring. I got this one in the his and her department at Hobby Lobby, but Michael sells them, and I don't know if Joann's does or not. I want to say that's about 18 inches, maybe 16. So we're going to make a little grid here out of plastic canvas, and you're just going to take a marker and you're going to trace this out, and that's what I did, and I cut it out, and then we are simply going to attach it to the form. Once you get it all together, we're going to take some zip ties and we're going to attach it to the gold form. It's pretty much easy. Now, I said at the beginning of this whole video, we were going to use leftover florals that I had. So I had one of these. I believe this one came from either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I'm not really sure, but get some sort of greenery. And then I'm just going to zip tie this on to our grid. We're not going to use a bunch of glue for this part here. We're going to create a grid. Use leaves, use eucalyptus, use any type of greenery that you might have on hand, and just attach it with some zip ties. Now, if you notice, I attached with 2 different zip ties, but we're going to layer all this so that you won't see that grid underneath. So just keep going, add as much as you want, do it in any direction you want. Again, the whole purpose of this is to use what we have on hand, and all of this stuff I had on hand. So this is actually some more florals I had. I had bought these from Michael's. And at this point, you can see me kind of just taking one end and going into the plastic canvas, and then we're just going to add one zip tie. Now, I'm using the longer zip ties only because it's just easier for my hands. These zip ties come from Amazon. All my tools and stuff, you can usually get them from Amazon. This rotary mat came from Amazon, but I have a storefront, and if you want to, you can go to it. The links will be down in the description box below. But have fun with it, guys. You don't, even though this was fall, it doesn't really look like fall. So this is some really cute ribbon that I got. I need to find out where I got this from to share the link with you guys. But we're just going to do some basic loops here. I think we do 3 on each side, and it's really that simple. This was just a really fun and quick and easy little bow. So I take a, not a zip tie, but a pipe cleaner, and we're going to take it around the middle. You guys have seen me do this before, and you're going to see me do this again because I'm literally working on batching a bunch of videos for you guys so that I know what we're putting out ahead of time. So you're going to make this little bow, put the little pipe cleaner around it, and then we'll add some twine. Okay, so we're going to put this together, and then I'm going to add some twine, and we're just going to wrap it around the middle. Now, you guys are probably wondering, Julie, why are you doing all these voiceovers? Well, because it helps my week and my month to like record things at the beginning of the month and make them and do an edit at the end. And sometimes doing a voiceover, it makes it go a little bit faster. So I'm curious to know, do you guys like the voiceovers, or do you like me to talk about what I'm doing when I'm doing it? So like right here, we're taking twine and we're just wrapping it around the middle because I don't want that brown Chanel stem to show. And then you're just going to tie a little knot. But I'm curious to know, you won't hurt my feelings. If you guys like the more real time, I would love to know if you like the voiceovers. Sometimes it just goes by quicker, and I feel like I can do a better job for you. So here you are, because we have that grid in the back, we're just going to run it through wherever you want to put it. I put mine in the middle, and then you're just going to twist it and secure it. Okay, so let me show you these little paper cutouts that you can get at Hobby Lobby in the scrapbooking section. You're going to see another video next week, and I use even more of these. I just think they're so beautiful. Now, if you hang this up outside and they get wet, yeah, that's not a great idea. But you're simply going to just kind of glue these in spots here. Now, a few of these did have some wire, so you could wrap that around into the canvas below. But I pretty much just took some hot glue and I glued the bigger flowers down. I just thought they were so delicate and beautiful. And they do go on sale either 40 or 50% off, I think, every few weeks. So make sure that you check the back of the store. They are really beautiful, and they've got so many different kinds you can choose from. Now here I'm going to cut some of this canvas because we didn't need it all. And I just want to make sure that that wasn't going to be popping through on the top. So we haven't forgotten about our heart, the foiled heart that we made, and we're going to add that to our kind of like little wreath or wall hanging right now. So I just thought that this made a special little touch to this. You could leave the heart out if you like it by itself, but I just thought it was such a nice little touch. So I was trying to figure out, okay, where am I going to put this? Okay, so we're going to grab some twine. I always have some twine on hand, and you're just going to attach the two top heart pieces to the actual gold frame here. So you can really do what you want. If you want to use ribbon for this, if you want to use the twine, you're just going to make a few knots on each side so that it will stay in place. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it after I do both sides at the top. We're going to connect it to that canvas that we attached to the back of our the wreath form that we used here. But that's pretty much it, guys. And you have a beautiful kind of like, how do we use our leftovers? I mean, some of the flowers that I use, that rustic flower, is from the fall. But use what you have and make something beautiful with it. Okay, so this is another wood heart decor piece that I bought from Hobby Lobby. On sale, it was like $1.79, so good deal there. I take off the ribbon because I'm not going to use it. I'm going to replace it with something else. And guys, you're just going to paint it. I love the chalk paint. This particular chalk paint came from Walmart, and I will leave the link for that. But listen, I think the chalk paint, number one, it goes on thicker. It has a thicker, consistency than maybe like acrylic paint, and it dries really fast. So I was able to probably get back to this project within a half an hour. So that was really nice. So again, we're going to use leftover florals. Lamb's ear is available all year round. It's kind of like an all year round greenery. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this electric staple gun that you guys love. I will leave the link down below. It did come from Amazon, and it's so easy on my hands, and it's electric. So it really does make a difference. So again, use whatever greenery you have on hand. Do you have some ferns? Do you have some leaves that you want to use? I mean, just really, I really haven't been to get florals. This was right after Christmas when I made this, so I wanted to kind of use what I had on hand. But we're just going to go down one side of this heart, and I just love that pink color that you see off to the side for the florals. But just have fun and just staple it down to this heart, this wooden heart. The staples do not come through the back of it, so I didn't have any issues with that whatsoever. Okay, so once we have this, I'm going to pull up my sleeves and we're going to get these flowers out. Again, these were fall florals. Have you noticed how many pinks and mauves, even in the fall time, is a really popular thing? So we're just going to use them. We're going to go with it. I think these probably came from Michael's. So again, you're just going to situate it around on your heart form and you're just going to add the staples. Yes, you could use glue, absolutely. But I kind of feel like the staples kind of like, if you live in a hotter climate, it just is going to stay on and I don't have to wait for that glue to set up. So I'm just going to add my florals wherever I see fit. And then at the end, I probably add a few more things, a few more greenery leaves that I had on hand. And I did glue those in because we already had built such a nice base of florals and greenery. So the whole point of this is to have fun and use what you have on hand. And then you can get some more supplies if you want. I have crafting supply companies that I use down in the description box below that I love to use. And have you guys joined Julie's Wreath Boutique, the official group? It's a free Facebook group. It used to be called Wreath Creators and More. Now it's Julie's Wreath Boutique, the official group. And you're probably thinking, Julie, why did you change the name? Because there's somebody out there on Facebook who started a group with my name. And I wasn't in it. I had no dealings with it. And so we just decided it would be easier to change the group's name. So if you haven't joined already, make sure you find the link in the description box below. Make sure you get on our email list. As you can see here, we're just taking some more of that twine and we're making a nice little hanger here for it. And it's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. But if you haven't gotten on my email list, make sure you do that in the description box below. Okay, so like I told you at the very end, we just kind of glued a few more pieces in to fill out any of the little gaps. And I think this is beautiful. I think this would be pretty all year long. It doesn't have to be a Valentine's Day wreath or anything like that. But listen, thank you so much for watching. I'm here every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope you will subscribe. But if you haven't already, make sure to leave me a comment down below in the comments. And let's see, leave me a bow emoji if you can think of it. And if you don't have a bow emoji, just write bow and everybody will learn and be wondering what in the world was that about. But anyways, I'll see you guys next Sunday night, Eastern Standard Time at 6 p.m.